What is up, boyos? It is Water Buffalo Man here, back for more Ark Survival Ascended. Alright, so today, we're back on the island. Only reason we're back on the island is, well, I wanted to cover a couple of creatures of Amalgamaniacs, the Reclamations characters that we're not actually going to be able to fit into the main series that we're running on the Ultimate Ark, and I kind of really wanted to spotlight 2 or 3 of them in this video specifically, because 2 of them come from the same creature, same mod, should I say, and the other ones we're going to cover that aren't going to be in the series are going to be covered in succeeding videos. They're going to be mod spotlight kind of things. But the first 2 are right over here. We'll start with this one. This is the Ditraseris. This is the Ditraseris. I'm not going to look at that one right there because that one, when you see it, is going to blow your mind. But this is a 150 Aegiceras. I'm not sure why he made that so strong, but you'll see momentarily. But they're both passive tames from what I can read. Similar to what the most creatures are. The size, as you can see, is insane. I love the feathers and the detail on the back of this. I'm actually tempted to add this to the Aberration mod. I was at one point, but I already chose one that I added. We'll go from there, but let's try to passively tame this one first. I'm just going straight with Extraordinary Kibble. I spawned it in again. I'm on creative. This is on my island map that I do a lot of my testing on. I got all of our storages from previous interactions here. Interactions? I don't know why I went southern there all of a sudden. But these are from like all the previous... I did a bunch of tests against the Overseers, Primal. I did a bunch of just random tests over here to see what kind of loot you get. This is what you get from it, which is kind of insane. But I just did a bunch of different little random tests, and I was kind of happy with it. But this is, like I said, this is the Ditraseris. It's insanely strong from what I can see. Its health is nuts, to be honest, for being a level 150. It's got 5k health. Let's just pass it. Let's feed this the second time right here. Alright, Ditraseris, it uses a Trike saddle from what I can see, because it is pretty much just a Triceratops. And as you saw there, give me one second, it has a special thing called the Gland Grenade. Produced from the Ditraseris, releases a non-damaging narcotic smoke to knock out anything in the area. It can only affect dinos and does not cause aggro. So let's just test the damage output on this guy. 177. Not terrible. Not great. It ended up with 42 points into melee, which isn't insane. Wow. Okay, it has a very high knockback. Let me get a... Oh, it has a rage. I see a rage meter on the right side of the screen. Okay, does it have any other abilities? It does that. Does it do anything... Okay, what is that? Is that like a little stomp move that like stuns things? Oh, yes it does. It does a little bit of like a stun kind of, I'm assuming. That hits. Okay, not terrible. Let's go down. There's another Ditraseris down here. I don't want to fight that one, because the one right here I just spawned in specifically. So let's actually go this way a little bit and see if we can find one we could spawn in. Or not spawn in, just not fight, because I don't want to aggro that one. That one over there is very specific as to why I don't want to aggro that one. You'll see that momentarily. But the Ditraseris seems to me like it's one of those completely... It's what the Trike should be. I mean, sure, this one has a little bit of, like, I don't know, an add-on, I guess you could say. That makes it a little stronger. This is a level 90. Alright, so let's actually square up with this one. Let's see what this attack does to it. It actually does deal a good amount of torpor. Okay, so I just knocked that other creature out, as you saw. I knocked out the Oviraptor in no time. But it's dealt about 1,500 torpor, and we're hitting 177 damage. We're pretty good knockback, honestly. For what it is, this thing... Oh, it's trying to do the same to me. You could theoretically use these guys as a narcotic to tame creatures, because 2,000 torpor is really good in the short amount of time that we've done. Oh, it's got its charge attack. Okay, nothing to sneeze at, per se. Ooh, excuse me. It gives you the webbed command when you get hit, but let's hop off him really quickly here. I want to make a couple of these gland grenades. I want to test these out. I guess I'm in creative mode, so it instantly just spawns them in for me, which is not a big issue. But alright, let's try it. So what we're going to do is we're going to latch onto you. What is your torpor? 698. Let's see if this can actually knock something out. Can you go? Oh, wow. Is that... Okay, so it does... Oh! Okay, so the Gland Grenade does a little bit of torpor, which gradually rises, plus shocks a little bit, and will eventually knock something out. Okay, now my only question is this. Can you feed it when it's been knocked out this way? Or is this just one of those where it's knocked out, you can't touch it? I believe this is one of those, if you knock it out this way, you can't touch it. Okay, yeah, that's what it is. So it's one of those, if you knock it out, you cannot feed it with the Gland Grenade, but you can, in fact, knock the creature out with it. That's insane. I kind of like that. For the Ditraseras, that's a pretty good little ability. And it's not hard to make, so we're going to leave you right here. To make the Gland Grenades, let's just stash you back in there. To make the Gland Grenades, you need Biotoxin and Poison Grenades. What's the transports? Okay, so it can make a cart that is specifically for the Ditraseras. I mean, I don't believe it's specifically for, but I guess this is what this has. So let's just take the Trike saddleback off this, and now let's take a 136. Okay, so let me actually see what this thing does on its own. It's kind of smoking that raptor, honestly. The raptor's getting terrified and running. Wow, that breezed right through that raptor. Okay, so let's go down here really quickly and take a look at this this Aegiceras? Aegiceras. This is a level 20 Aegiceras. It's got about 6k health. Not great, right? You would think that's kind of on the lower end, but it's still pretty good for a level 20. Only thing is you have to be level 50 or higher to tame one of these guys. So they're not an early game tame by any means. So level 50 is actually pretty decent to tame one of these. I don't know if there's anything specific that comes at level 50 with it. No, there isn't. There's nothing specific that comes with it. But the one down here that I spawned in at max level, I kind of want to show you guys why I think this creature is kind of insane. So let's just take a real quick peek at its stats. Okay, so this is a base 150 Aegiceras. It has 32,399 health. As a non-alpha variant, I don't even know if this thing has an alpha variation, this creature is sitting at almost 33,000 health. Pre-taming. So let's start the taming process a bit here. I think this needs, yep, it's Extraordinary Kibble. Works on it as well. So let's just see what this thing does post-tame. Look at the torpor on it, 357,000. You're not knocking this thing out really easy, if at all. The Aegiceras is a complete and utter beast. I'm kind of tempted to see what kind of damage numbers this thing can put up. I'm glad there's an alpha down the road, so we can actually try it on it. Oh, 2 feeds. Alright, so what saddle does it take? Does it take a Trike saddle? It does. Okay, so it takes a Trike saddle, which isn't special. It's just a normal Trike saddle. So if you have a high level blueprint for it, that's kind of great. So the Aegiceras, after taming at level 150, came out to 39 points in the health with 44,000 health, 400 melee, and 4,600. 4,600 in the weight? Hold on. Why? What? Bro, what is this creature? Why is this thing? This thing just did 59. That says 1,100, doesn't it? Bro, what is this thing? Bro, hold on. Hold up. Does this thing have like a charge attack or anything? Does it have any additional attacks? Okay, it has a What is that? Is that like a shield? Is that like a tech bubble? Does this thing have like a tech bubble? What? What kind of damage are you gonna do? Okay, 1,100. I'm sorry, hang on. So it gathers berries. Do you gather rocks too? Like, okay, you don't. 1,100, dude, that's insane. 1,100 damage. Like, this is without imprinting, right? Is this thing imprinted? Okay, it says it's imprinted. I don't know why it would be imprinted off a tame. I'm not sure if that's accurate or not. But still, 11... I'm so confused. That's insane. Why is this creature so powerful? Let me see. If I put this... do this... what does this do? Does it push it? Is this like a force field kind of thing? This has to be like some sort of force field protection system to protect yourself against enemy creatures, which that's just insane, this thing. The Aegiceras is definitely way stronger than it needs to be, but I'm all for it. Hold on, let me just mess around with this Alpha Raptor here really quickly. Just finish that off really quick. Okay, so Aegiceras, we have 17 levels. What does one level give us? Okay, so let's get this thing to 50k health, just because. Just because, why not? Let's just have fun with it. Let's level up its melee. Okay, so mind you, this thing has 50k health now after me putting 5 levels into it. And it's sitting on almost 440% melee with 4,000 pounds into weight. Mind you, I'm also using a B+ Trike saddle, so it's got that extra weight reduction. But either way, that I digress. That's not going to make a huge issue at this point in time, because we're not using it as like anything to carry and whatnot. So let's find something strong to fight and see how well we fare. I'm actually kind of quite tempted. Here, let's do this instead. Let's do this instead. Let me go find a strong creature. I didn't mean to make a backpack. I honestly don't need a backpack. Pick you up. Let's go find something really, really strong, or like an alpha or something, or like even a Giga or a Carch or something. You're not a Giga. What are you? You're not anything special. That'll work. That'll absolutely work. Because the Aegiceras, I'm just interested to see how well this thing fares. I don't expect it to win, not by any means, but I'm interested to see what kind of damage numbers this thing does against something of this caliber. I'm very interested. 454. Okay, because it's alpha boosted. So this thing's hitting still 454. I could just sit here. Can I activate my force field? Does that move it away? The force field hits damage. The force field absolutely is doing damage. It's doing a stagnant 1, but it's still doing damage. Okay, so that's interesting. The force field hits. The force field hits pretty hard. I mean, kind of hard, more or less. It's got. I'm waiting for it to do it again. All right, what is that doing? Yeah, it's shredding through its health pool. It's got the rivalry buff, which means its attack stat goes up, right? That's what that is? Show buffs. Rivalry, yep. And it's got the imprinting, so yeah, it's doing more damage. I'm kind of interested to see what... I wonder if you could run these in bosses, truthfully. I wonder if these could be good boss creatures. Because with how much damage they actually do hit... Is this guy just not able to hit me right now? Like, I'm thoroughly confused. I'm tempted to get myself in a position where I take damage. Can he just not hit this guy? Oh, it's because I'm in creative mode. Okay. Let me see. Let me hop off him. Ditraser does take quite a bit of damage right there. Okay. Or the Aegiceras, I'm sorry. So it did get smacked around just a wee bit, but still. Oh, hold on a second. I did not realize that. After I put it in the ball and threw it back out, did that just say 59,000 health? Did that really just say 59,000 health? Okay, no, 53,000. Okay, 449%. Okay, that's after the imprint kicked in. I've got some weird settings on here just so I could really max out character dinos and see what they do. But that's insane, dude. The Aegiceras. So it's supposed to have feathers on it? Is it supposed to have feathers, or is it not supposed to have feathers? I'm confused right now. Because now all of a sudden this thing has feathers on it. Let me throw this ball away and throw it back out, because I didn't see the other ones with feathers, and now this one has feathers, and I'm interested to see. Yeah, no, it's supposed to have feathers. Okay, so what I'm going to do really quickly is I'm going to spawn in the Scorched variations of both, and I'm going to go get our Ditraseras, and just to showcase you guys a little bit of what these things look like side by side. So just give me 1 second really quick, and I'll be right back. Alright guys, we're back. So these are the 4 variations that come with this mod. We have the Scorched Aegiceras, the normal Aegiceras, the Scorched Ditraseras, and the normal Ditraseras. So each one is kind of broken in their own right. Like this one here alone, I just force spawned it in clearly because I can't tame one of these on this map. They're Scorched exclusives. The fact that these things come in with 45,000 health to begin with is just, to me, mind-blowing. And just the fact that there's not a hard tame necessarily just blows my mind. Yeah, they're level 50, but I'm wondering what kind of damage these guys do to like bosses and if they could hold their own. And with this one being now mate boosted, I do believe. I don't know if these 2 variations work mate boosted as well, but these are the 4 variations. I'm thoroughly liking these creatures. I'm actually somewhat tempted to add this mod to the Ultimate Art cluster going forward. But either way, let me know what you guys think in the comment section below if you think these Ditraseras and Aegiceras are fantastic tames, and if there's something you actually want to add to your mod, or to your series. I'm thoroughly thinking about adding it to it, only because of these two. Because the Aegiceras is going to be fantastic, and I'd love to see this thing spawn in on Aberration, tame one of these, and have this be my exploration mount on Aberration. But thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys back here next time for more Ark Survival Ascended. See you guys then.